Hello, this is Apex Predator bringing you a match between France Pro and Apocalypse. This is the second of the two matches these two teams had. They had a very close back and forth domination match earlier, and this is the second match, which is Beacon Rush. As you can see here, France Pro starts off with 2 Nightingales and 3 Phantoms. They send all of them to the center beacon, everything they got. The premise is these are the fastest bots you have out there. If you can get a bunch of guys, get feet on that center beacon, it will turn even faster. On this map, if you control that center beacon early in the game, you got a good chance of controlling it the whole game, just because of how the layout is here. Like I said, the other match was back and forth a lot. Our viewpoint here is Dupont were a pretty good team in the last match. You can tell these guys played together a lot. You can tell they practiced a lot, and they held flank pretty well as a team. And the domination match, they do that again here. So we're going to get a good perspective. This player was the #1 finisher of the last match. So you kind of get to see what they do here. It'll be a good vantage point. I picked this one even though the last one was back and forth a lot. I picked this one because it lets a newer player learn the importance of beacon rush on this map and holding that center beacon. I know you hear a lot of people complain about a newer random player doesn't know how to take a beacon, and just this was trying to show everybody what can happen and what you can do, and how you can control the map if you push everybody to that center. I glossed over it. We really didn't comment. France Pro didn't take their flank beacon. They went right past it, and then later on, once they had the center, somebody died. He picked it up, and now they have 3 beacons to 2. I didn't know for a long time in the game how the beacon bar meter really works as far as how fast it moves. In the first half of the game, holding a beacon causes the opponent's bar to move a lot less than it does towards the end of a match. That second half is going to move about 3 times the speed. So holding the 3 beacons the first half of the game is not a deal breaker. The other team can come by. What you want to do is when you try to come back about halfway through, 5-6 minutes into the game, make a push for that center. Hopefully in your first 5 minutes, you've played some distance bots. You've picked away your opponents, killed a bunch of their bots. If you could focus on one player and you could bot out that one player, it would really pay dividends when you make your push in the second half. So that has to be the plan right now of Apocalypse, since they're down on the beacon bar. You see Dupont here. He's still in his first bot, and he did that last time for half the game with his Nightingale, which he started with as well. Here he's going to drop the flank. You see Dupont and Dupont are both on the right side here. There is kind of a push going on that side. And for a second we saw Apocalypse start to turn that center, but they only held it for a second, and they lost it right again. So this is kind of a mini push on the left side. It's one of the best pushes in this game that I see Apocalypse make. People are short of Loki on this X hangar, so there's no late Loki pushes. The 2 of them are working in team, like I said, Dupont and Dupont, and they're going to drop down, double team this guy, and that kind of ends that push for the beacon. A lot of times you coordinate a side push by 1 or 2 guys with a push for the center beacon. You can kind of see a little bit of that going on right now. So we're at 6 minutes, and if I was going to try to flip the center, now would be the time I'd make the move. You might have another minute left, but they really do need to do something here. I don't know who's ahead on the robots. I didn't break this thing down and keep track of where all the kills were. You do notice here, Dupont will sit back and he will shoot into the center. He will let a Ravana go in, which is a tankier build, and he'll sit back with his leech. There's no need to have your whole team in that beacon exposed, one, maybe two works just fine. And if you rotate out the people that are in the center, maybe back out, get your abilities back, or just leave the tanky bots in there, you can keep your people alive a whole lot longer. You will see there are two people in Nightingales. They seem to be doing that, taking turns of who's in there and who's flying. And so there's always somebody up healing, it seems like, and suppressing the enemy. And that really pays dividends in this match. It looks like they're pushing. We just crossed 5 minutes, and this is really when they need to grab that center beacon. Apocalypse can still win this match if they grab center now. He's really checking out all the beacons and seeing who's out there, trying to decide what he needs. The thing I like about the X-HANGAR tournament the most is everybody has the same bots. So it is equal, and it's a skill-based game where you hear people complain a lot about pay-to-win or free-to-play players, and we really don't have a level playing field. This gives you a level playing field, lets you prove what your squad can do, and something that's 100% skill who will win. The only advantage or disadvantage I can see in this is a newer player might not have played with all these. So if you're going to play in the tournament, everybody knew maybe 3 weeks ahead of time that this was the hangar, and Pixonet released this as an X-HANGAR, so you could play custom matches. And I get the impression that France Pro probably has played a few practice matches with the X-HANGAR to perfect their skills before they went in here, and it shows. We're at 3 minutes, and there's no chance of the beacon bar. Like I said, the other match, I'm sorry if you wished you saw that one. It was close back and forth. I chose to pick maybe the less exciting one because I wanted to prove a point to some people on how beacons and how important they are, and get more players more aggressive to claiming beacons and running to the center, because with randoms I don't see that as much as I should. These type of clans, they know better, and they're always going to push the center. But maybe for some newer players watching this, they'll have learned the importance of the beacons. Okay, and that's the match. That's a victory for France Pro. They won both games versus Apocalypse, and they advanced to the next round. Thanks for watching.